Okay guys, what we're going to be doing today is just a little bit of a follow-up video on this yard right here. We're going to be just taking a bit of brood from bigger hives and putting them in the later made nukes that are a little bit smaller and behind. And then we got honey supers and stuff like that we're going to be putting on top of them. That way they have plenty of room to grow at the almonds. So let's go through a few of them and check them out, and we'll see what we got going on. Let's go through this one first. We also got to put them on pallets just to remove the bottom boards off the nukes today. Okay. Cool. Looking pretty good. They got some patty left still, so that's good. Let's check out the nest, see if it's gonna grow. See if it needs a boost or not. Judging right now, it looks like it's a pretty decent little hive. So I would say that's a nice, really thick, you know what I mean? So 1, 2, 3. It's most likely a 7-8 frame hive, easy. And it wants to expand a bit. So this one we won't be boosting, but we could take a peek and see if they're making any brood. Patties. It's really cold, so. Alright, so they're making a bit of brood. It's so cold, I just popping everything. Okay, oh, there's a queen too on the same frame. So she doesn't really have the best pattern, in my opinion, but she's building up the nest. There's eggs and all that, so it's a pretty decent little colony. Put her back, and she's a little light on feed too, so that's probably why. Okay, so that one looks good. I wouldn't want to boost that one. It's gonna be just fine. That one needs just another box. Should get a heavy box, Carlos, because they're a little light. Okay. Check this one out. This one's a little bit more chickier than it was last time I had the lid on. The lid was blown off. See how much messier they are. Okay, I can tell already by looking at this hive that this one just needs a super too. So we'll just throw a super on it. This one just needs a super too, bud. Really thick. There's still a little bit of syrup in there too. So. Okay, those girls are ready. Both these ones didn't really need a boost. Perfect. Let's check this one out. Okay. This is the same, I would say. So they got really thick. You see how thick the cluster is? There's still some patty left. Those bees can expand really well up into another box like nothing. So this one too. But this one we need to switch out before we super it up because it has a solid bottom board on it. Alright, well those ones are good. We don't need to boost those ones, so we won't. Okay, this is one we need a boost too. But they took in all their patties, so they might really have some really good brood. Might really not need to be boosted, but we need to make sure that we get big. So we'll give it a boost and we'll relieve some of these other colonies. So, all the bees that they got that will be coming. Okay, so let's check inside though. This one's a lot softer. It's a lot easier to move these frames. Okay, so they had a nice little hatching and that's all laid up. So they're on the move. It's a really pretty good brood pattern too. So it's a good queen right here. She feels healthy. The bees look real healthy. Just a nice young hive is what it is. Nice young queen. This one is. Yeah, she's got some more pretty good brood. Getting a little antsy because it's so cold. The sun's coming out, so that helps a bit better. Let's see what this outside frame looks like. See what they're doing. Okay, so she's trying to push the nest a bit on this one. There's nothing right there though. Like that. Yeah, she's pushing the nest out a bit. She's got this comb going. Let's check this one out though. So there's brood right here, but we're going to check this frame out. This will make it 4 frames laid into. I can tell already that they might need a frame of brood, but it really just depends on how these ones look. Because they ate that patty, so they should have made bees. That looks really good. It's a good chunk of bees right there. And then it's going to have a nice hatching. Okay. That's a good frame of brood. So what we can do is, we want to make this bigger. We want this thing to get bigger. And the best way to do it is to take this frame of brood that they're working on, and just replace it with a nice sheet of brood from another hive. Okay, let's go over here, I guess. See if these girls are up top. They're just dirty, moving up top. It's hard to see, but they're on that many frames of bees. See how they're coming up now? Because this stuff just blocks them from showing their faces. Some more of it. Sorry. Let's see, they're coming up. So, but it is a good hive, but it's not like 2 boxes of bees, so we won't mess with it. Back down, girl. Alright, let's check this one out next to it. See if this one's big enough to take from. Okay, this one got a nice little increase. They're a little cranky. Okay. They're really cranky. I don't know if you want to mess with this one. They already are first little. It's just too early. They haven't even really been flying around too much yet. Okay. Let's pop it open and see what we got going on. brooded up, so but kind of want to pay attention to what they got going on down here. And it looks like they got a few frames of brood down here too. But I would say the best of the brood most likely out here. Usually how it is. So let's check it out though, just to be sure from underneath. Okay, so I can see a really nice frame with drone brood on it right in the center. I don't know how the cappings look because the drones are blocking my way, the drone brooders, but it looks pretty good from up here. I think it might be a pretty decent little frame to switch. Okay. So they're making some beautiful brood up here. We'll take a look at this one right here, that drone one I think it is. You can see what they're doing. A little cranky there. That just looks really, really beautiful right there. We need a frame, maybe 2 frames of honey for this out here. But they're they're beautiful. Perfect frame right here to give to that hive, to make that hive just, it's going to grow rapidly after this. Okay, so you just want to check for the queen on stuff like this where she can still lay a bit, and there she is. You see her? She's dark, so I'm just going to grab her. See, I got her in my hand, and just want to kind of release her down there. Okay, and then we'll just take these bees off. We'll literally look for the queen real quick on this one. It'll be on this one, I can tell. And we'll just put this one in its place. It's going to really help this hive out. And we'll put this one over there. They'll lay that up, fill that up, and do their thing. Leave a little bit of pressure too, so there's not so many bees. Put these frames of honey in here too. Give it some more weight. We didn't draw out these edge frames real well. Like all these are drawn out except for this one. They almost got to it though. There's another just good frame of honey. Give to it. Okay. Too. Ready to build up a bigger nest too. It's got more weight and more room. Perfect. Okay, and that one's ready too.
You want silver for that one?
Yeah. It's a pretty heavy one. Okay, cool. Good job. All right, so let's get over these nukes right here. See if they're looking at. Oh yeah, this one looks good. Still has a lot of patty left too. So. This one looks pretty good. See some nice cap brood. Let's check it out from the underside though. Let's see what they're looking like. You want to grab this bottom board for me, guys? We can check the underside. Yeah, I don't really think we need to boost this one. It's pretty thick down there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames are really thick. It's like a 7/8 framer when it expands and wants to get going. It's cold right now. Okay, so set that one up. Okay, this one just needs a super. Sure. Okay, let's check this one out right here. Hopefully it's the same. Looks pretty good right there. Like the look of that. Let's check underneath it though. Yeah, this one's not near as strong, so we'll boost this one. Alright. It's kind of the same thing. We just want to look at the hive, look at the brood real quick, and then boost it if we think it's worth boosting. If it looks like it's failing, we're not going to boost it. Most of them shouldn't be like that, but you never know. It's getting a little warmer. These ones don't have as much like propolis and stuff built on the edges, so it's easier to get these frames apart. Okay, so I can see some brood right here, brood right here, brood right here. Let's check out this frame though, just to kind of see this one better too. Gotta be in my suit. Okay.
I'll learn one day, right?
I'll learn one day to zip this thing up properly. Happens like all the time.
It's still not there.
Okay.
You still got a zipper down.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's building. She's doing pretty good. I'm gonna put this back in there. This one's not as big, so we don't want to keep it apart too long. Okay, so we do need one more frame of brood for this one.
Want a stick or two?
Yeah. Let's look some more. Just randomly. Okay. So they're pretty tight, you know. They're moving up nicely. They're on every frame. They're on that frame, that frame, that frame, that frame, that frame. So it's probably a good 10 to 12 frame hive, but it's not big enough yet to take from. Let's check this one out right here. This one's a little bit bigger, but still don't want to take from it. I don't think it's big enough still. We want the biggest ones. Biggest ones on the pallets. Let's choose one. Yeah, that one's not going to be big enough either, but they're moving up nicely. I mean, probably about a half a box or so.
Are you guys' socks wet yet?
Yeah, it's starting to be.
Kind of wet, yeah.
Which one are you doing?
That one's not big enough too. They're just barely moving up, so. Okay. Well, just keep pushing until we find the one we need. Okay, that one's looking a little bit better. I'd say they're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames. Oh, cranky. It's cold. 7 frames, so let's look underneath this one and see what we got going on. Okay, so that's pretty big. It's pretty big, but they're barely moving up, you know? I don't think this one's big enough to take from. I mean, it is big enough to take from, but I don't want to take from it. They're looking real good. They're not as full as I'd like to take from them. Okay. This is a 4 or 5 framer, 12-16. So I moved up to just a 4 or 5 framer, 12-16 that we built up. Let's look down there and just see how big this hive's gotten. Okay. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. So they moved up nicely. It's not a 4 or 5 framer anymore. It's about an 8, 9 framer, maybe a 10. Okay. And they got some pretty good brood they're making up there too. So. All right, let's keep pushing now. Okay. Here's one that looks good. It's almost a full box of bees up here. It's hard to see. I don't want them to get cranky. It's cold, so they're really not happy. Gotta keep them contained a bit. Let's check over here. See what that looks like too. Yeah. Wow, they're not happy. Calm down, let them feel that coolness, and they calm down a bit too. Probably should have opened up the box a little slower to let them feel the coolness. Okay. Let's take a look on the underside and see what's going on. Yeah, I see some good brood, so let's pull from it. See what this frame looks like. It's hard to see, but okay. Yeah, this one's good enough to take from. I'm gonna get out of this hive as quick as I can right now. It's a little bit not happy. Check this out. Nope. Okay. Over this nuke real quick. Put this in the center right here. That way we could take another frame out. Build this girl up. That'll help them out a lot. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna put it through.
Yeah, put it under it though. Okay. It's a little bit weaker than that one. Okay. You ready? Got this put back together. They got more room. They're extremely cranky right now. All right. Hope you guys learned a little bit about what we do and how we can build them up and kind of make them all make grade and do well at the almonds. If you guys got any questions or anything, let me know. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Alright guys, so we're getting all gassed up and we're gonna get on the freeway and get ready to go. Got about a 45-minute drive or so to Corona to go treat some bees, rearrange some brood, just kind of build them up. So when we get there, I'll show you what we're talking about. Okay guys, so we're out here, my yard out here in Corona. Got about 20 pallets here, a few missing spots here and there, just little duds that dud out. But we're gonna check these hives for their strength, just to make sure they're maintaining strength while we treat them and rearrange some things. So we'll show you what we're doing and what we're gonna be rearranging again, brood wise and all that, just to keep boosting these smaller colonies that are just building up to grade. We want them to be bigger than grade. That way we can ensure that everybody gets what they need. All right, well, we'll get going. Okay, so there's some that are marked that we can go through and I'll put the stick on it. So it's a good queen. We boosted it 117.23 as a 6 framer when we boosted it. Let's check it out and see what they're looking like right now. Just want to check the top box, see how they're moving up, if they are at all. They're barely up here. No feed in there or nothing, so. Let's see what they're looking like down here. Okay. Oh yeah, they're making brood up here. So it looks like there's a few frames of bees or so right here. It looks like they still maintain a nice cluster of bees down here. But I would say, let's look at the bottom a little bit to see just how thick that cluster is a bit more. Let's see how strong it really is. Okay. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. I'm gonna see if I can see some pretty good brood down here, so I don't have to go through it. If I see some pretty good cap brood right now, I'm not gonna put anything in there, just because we got time for the brood to hatch out and all that. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see under there. Honestly, I don't see nothing really good, so. They're eating the patty up real well, but let's open it up and check it out a bit better just to see what's going on. Okay, so here's the sensor for them to figure out how big the hive is actually without looking at it. They can do it on technology and on phones. Let's check it out and see what they're doing. Okay, she's got that all laid up, even that to the edge. Some good brood hatching out. All these empty cells are laid up already. Ooh, there's the queen right there. So she's probably laying it up today or whatnot. It's about 10 o'clock right here, Southern California, and bees are buzzing a bit. It's about 55, so they're doing their thing. There's some bees out. Ooh, that looks really nice. Bees look really healthy. So looks like we're gonna be on time with everything that we're doing. Queen looks really healthy. She looks good. Okay. Okay, and I see some more cap brood. Let's check this other frame out though, just to make sure. Make sure they got a few cappings, because that's replacement stuff. We wanna, yeah. So they got enough to maintain the integrity of the hive, and they're gonna be building this thing up. So we'll we won't be boosting this one. Just leave this one for now. Okay. They're a little light, so they can use a whole frame of honey. We got frames of honey we want to give to them. That way, when we take them to the almonds, they have plenty of feed, because they're not going to have anything to eat for a bit. So, but yeah, it's a good chunk of bees up here actually. So they're moving up nicely. I would say this hive's going to probably be about 10 frames of bees in the next few weeks or so. Could be close to that already. Really don't know how many bees are out foraging right now, but they're out. We got some pollen stuff coming in. So. All right. Well, let's shut these girls up. And we'll go check out another one. Make room actually for the frame of feed that he's gonna get. Okay. Let's go check out another one that we got a stick on. It's marked for just that we need to check on it, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to. Wait, that's a 10 plus. Okay, right here, 5.6. Actually, these ones don't need to be checked. That was a 5.6 frame or 12.15, but it's obviously almond ready or bigger. It doesn't have a fresh marking. So, but here's one over here. Here's one right here. Looks like they're bringing in some pretty good pollen too. Nice. So, but yeah, this one's marked 6 framer, 117.23. Didn't boost it. Let's see what's going on with it. It must have had some good brood or something. Okay. It was just a 3 framer, 12.15. So probably boosted it. And, yeah, they're looking good. They're looking really good. I would say they're moving up really nicely. Yep, they're not making any bees up here yet. Looks like they're putting some good nectar up in there actually. So I want to get these bees to the almonds on this yard for sure. We'll be moving this yard though on Friday. Getting to a yard where there's less nectar coming in. Don't want them to swarm. Some of these hives are like twice this big, so. Okay. That one looks good. Don't need to do nothing to that one either, so looks like everything's going good. I think that's it for the smaller hives. What we're gonna do now is just do what we gotta do to treat them and get on out of here. So, all right, guys. Well, Hope you like that. I know it wasn't really nothing to show, but bees are looking good and they're building up nicely out here in Corona. So pretty happy with that. Okay, so we actually found a hive right here that potentially needs our help. We boosted it 1.7, it was a 6 framer. So 4.5, it was 6, and then we boosted it. It's a good queen. So let's see if they're just doing what we need to do or they're failing. Ooh, that doesn't look good to me. I'm not up to or nothing. Just a little bit of feed in here. Alright. Yeah, they're not real active. They seem a bit cold still. They're taking in the patty though. Let's see what they look underneath. That boost. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6 framer, yeah. It's not really getting bigger or nothing like that. Let's see what the brood looks like. Hopefully we can see something down here. See if they're making a big nest or whatnot. Okay, so I see some good brood on that one. Cappings on this one. I don't really see cappings on this one, but I see cappings on this one, and you can kind of see the drone cappings right there. So let's dig into it, see what's going on, see why they're not wanting to move up. This box right here is plenty heavy, so that's a nice chunky frame right there. Okay. Just dig right into the middle where I thought I saw some drone comb, stuff like that. Get to the one next to it, that looked a little blank. I want to see if she's laying, if she's on the go, stuff like that. It's important. That way we can tell if they're healthy or not. Oh yeah, she's laid this whole thing up really well. It's just fresh eggs, freshly hatching out stuff, you can tell. So looks good. She's laying it up really well. You can see the nectar in the brood area, so they need a little bit more room. That looks like a pretty good frame. Okay, and let's see the one next to it. Okay. Yeah, so this hive I can see a mite on a bee. So they probably got a bit of a mite problem, especially when you can see them on a bee. It's hard to see them, but you'll spot them if you're looking really hard, especially like to the side or whatnot. Most of them are underneath them though. Okay. She's got a good pattern, but she's not building up. The hive's got a mite issue. This one needs a boost again. And it needs to be treated, which we're here for that anyways. So let's check this frame out just because I want to look at the bees more. I want to look at a frame, just want to look at all of them because I know I put one in here. I want to make sure all the brood looks the same kind of. She's laying up a storm. I mean, she is just going and getting it. That's super wet in there. I'm not sure if you can see like this area right here, but it's just real wet. Got a lot of good nutrition. That's not the issue. The issue that it has is it has mites, so it just needs help in that aspect. Okay. Looks like a good hive though. We need to put a really good frame of brood with really good bees in here. And that will help this hive rebound even better too. Alright. Let's go look for a hive on the yard over here that we can find that help that hive out. The stars are the outperformers, so let's just go to the first pallet over here and look. Okay. Set this one up right here. See what they're looking like. Okay, that looks pretty full. So, but let's see if we can find something more full on this pallet. Okay, so this is what we're looking for right here, unless this is the nest, obviously. But let's check it out under here and see what they're looking like down the bottom too. Yeah, they are. So looks like they got some pretty good brood up here. So and I can see some decent brood down there. I'd probably just mess with that. Be a little bit easier and quicker. Hopefully we can find something decent under here. Let's check this bottom box underneath too, just to see if there's a decent amount of bees down here. And there is, so. Pretty cranky. Okay. Take this feeder out real quick. Right into the center area. Hope to find a really good frame of brood. Okay. It's a good frame of bees, but not enough cap brood to really push this colony in the right direction after the treatment. But there's another frame of brood out here on the edge that looks decent. Hopefully the full size look good. Yeah, they're really pushing this nest out. There's brood 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th frame of brood, and they got brood up there too. So it's a pretty good nest right here. They're real healthy. Okay, so this one will work. It's older, it's hatching out. It's perfect. Okay, nothing to take care of on this one, so it's just perfect. Okay. Let's take this frame over here and put it in right here. Okay, and since this hive is kind of looking a little lethargic and whatnot to me too, like they're not real active, not moving up or nothing, so I'm gonna move it up to the top box, make it a top box, put this on the bottom, that way they can maintain their warmth a bit better and hopefully be a little bit more active for me. It'll help keep all that brood warm and all that too, which is a really good thing. Put this down on the bottom, that way it regulates everything as best as it can, I guess. And then this box is pretty heavy. They got plenty of stores, so. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go put this hive back together. A nice strong comb with some space for them. A little bit of honey on this edge, so it's just perfect for them. Let's get one frame of honey and put it on the edge out. It's a pretty big nest. Feel a little light. We got a nice heavy frame of honey too. They're a little light up there. Top box. This will give them what they need to survive the trip real well. Probably feed them too when we get out there. Okay, so that was a nice hive right there. And take good care of these ones. Look at all the pollen they got coming in. Just loads of pollen coming in, yellows, oranges, red. A lot of yellow. Okay. Well, I hope you guys like that. I'll see you on the next one.